if you imagine there's three circles with why, how, what. What a lot of people do is start at the outside and work in. So they go, what we're going to do, how we're going to do it. They never actually get to why we're all going to work hard for each other. And all I did was did it the other way around.
And why is like your purpose and value?
The intrinsic motivation. Because
Yeah,
what became apparent to me was a lot of the motivations for the players to play for England were becoming extrinsic, i.e. money. And money, as you know, changes people. And all I did by writing to the parents, getting people to present the shirts, getting them to coach some kids and remember that actually, you know, how proud the kids were, how chuffed the kids were to be coached by an England player. You know, we had 4,000 people turn up to watch England train in Leeds. I'd been the director of rugby in Leeds. Leeds had played Leicester in our biggest game. We had 4,000 people on a Sunday. It was Friday morning, raining, for 40 minutes and 4,000 people turned up to watch England. And I said to the players, that is the power of England. You can inspire people. It's not about what you take from being an England player, it's what you give back. So all that purpose and the reason why we work hard for each other is the core of any organisation, and people very often or rarely talk about it. And get your foundations right, get your culture right, get your motivations right, because ultimately if you get your culture right it drives motivation and behaviour. Culture comes for me before performance. The environment that you set comes before you get wins on the field. And I'd spent 20 years coaching or teaching, developing myself as a leader. If the leadership at the top of the organisation is poor or dysfunctional, it permeates through the rest of the team. So your starting point has to be the top and get that bit right, and get those people cohesive and buying into the and you know, it's not something you write down in a strat plan.
So what is it if it's not what you write down in the strat plan?
It's the core purpose, you know. It's the it's taking people away from the day-to-day business of answering your emails and picking up the phone to actually sitting down and saying, actually, where are we now and where do we want to get to? Professional standards, code of conduct, but it's not a written code of conduct, it's an unwritten, you know, we're on time for meetings, we're polite and cooperative to people, there's no ABC of importance, so, you know, the receptionist is as important as the general manager. So I think you do what you say you're going to do, will develop credibility, trust, and when you've got trust, then you've got integrity, and you're seen as someone who gives trust, you'll get trust back in return. So it's crucial.